Hi ladies! So I've already sectioned off all of my hair. As I told you last time, I am trying the Bantu knot twist out, and I've already sectioned off parts of my hair, and I am using a combination of two people's tutorials. That's Taryn 916 and Natural 85. So I'm not going to do Natural 85's twist out quite yet because I haven't done it for the first time. But I am going to follow the rest of her directions as well as Taryn 916's tutorials. So as you can see, I've sectioned off the rest of my hair, and I didn't have a spray bottle. So I just kind of wet my hair with my hand just so that I could get it wet. And it was in its dry state. As I said in my last video, this is day 4, so today is day 5. Now, I'm not going to let this air dry. I'm actually going to sit under the dryer. I know, I have an event tonight, and apparently when you have natural hair, you can't procrastinate. So I don't know how this is going to come out, so this is purely experience. As I've learned in various tutorials, is you want to keep your hands moisturized anytime you touch dry hair, because it's very, very fragile. So I have Shea Moisture Organic Raw Shea Butter, and it's a mixture of sea, kelp, argan oil, and shea butter. Start with the front, and I'm going to wet the hair, and I'm using Miss Jessie's curly pudding to help set it and moisturize the hair. I guess eventually I have to find a fast way to do this, or I'll be doing this all day long. Then twist ends, I believe. Somehow I cannot quite get this. Alright, so I'm going to do this to the rest of my head, and I wouldn't dare put you through this torture, but I'll show you when I'm done. Thanks. Alright, so I pretty much knotted up the rest of my hair. I have one last piece that I saved. And as Taryn 916 had said, is to just wet the hair a little bit and but not saturated so it's soaking wet. Just enough that you can work with it. Once again, I'm using Miss Jessie's curling pudding, so you can see that. Okay. And I'm putting a little bit of it in. Maybe a little bit more than a little bit. I haven't brushed it out. So I'm starting with the ends first. And then working my way up to the root. Of course, as soon as I start recording, this one is like the worst one to brush out. So of course, we're gonna divide it into two so we can begin twisting. And Natural 85, she has a unique method of twisting. But because this is like my first time doing this, I want to first get comfortable with just doing a regular twist. And then just playing with what works for me and my hair. Alright, and then a little twirly twirl on the ends. And I've been having some difficulty doing the twirling and around itself. And because I'm not 100% comfortable with it being secured by itself, I've just been using a bobby pin to secure it down. Alright, so I have them all knotted up. I feel like I'm a part of some secret society of Bantu knot ladies, but there is one in the front, one in the crown, as Terrence 916 has done, and Natural did in her tutorial, Natural 85. And then I have a knot here onto the left side of my head, and then it goes back by rows, all the way back, and then it repeats on the other side, one at the crown of the head and one right below the crown. So I'm going to go underneath the dryer because I have an event tonight that I have to get to. So I'm praying, please pray for me too, that this comes out nice because I got one shot. So it's a pretty risky deal. I know I'm not really supposed to be putting heat on my hair, but I didn't plan accordingly. So I need to also do some work. So when I'm done, I'll come back and then let you know how the results work. Alright, so it's been about 2 hours and my hair is still not dry, and I have to be at this bar in like 40 minutes. So it's gonna have to do. So I took out a few of them, and they're curly but they're wet, and I have some Eco Styler here. So we will have to see how this turns out. Ugh, but it looks like it's gonna be good. It actually looks really shiny. Look, it's still wet. But I think this would have worked out well had it been all the way dry. So I'm just going to unravel, and I saw that you have to be very careful with untwisting so it doesn't frizz. And then I saw Taryn do this. I'm not sure what that does, but I saw that she said to do that. And then untwist that. Clearly very wet. Still really, really wet. Not super wet, but not dry. the Miss Jessie's page, where after they sat in the dryer, they moved their head over, and then they blew drew it a little bit just to stretch it out. But that's probably with someone who has all the way dry hair, not like my situation right now. So there you have it. The Bantu knot twist out. I'm going to try to work with it a little bit. But there it goes in the back. See what that looks like. Still wet. And I'm going to style it a little bit and then show you the finished product. This is the outcome of my hair. It actually turned out pretty well, even though half of my head is still wet. So what that means is it'll probably grow double this by the end of the night. But I think that I did a good job for my first time. So this was the Bantu knot kinky twist out that I did, and I sat under the dryer. So I'm a recovering heat addict, so it's one step at a time.